Go tit. All right.
Yes, got it.
And righty. And alrighty. Alrighty, y'all. Namaste. Peaceful greetings. Islam. I am Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey here in Morocco at Northwest of Maxim at the North Gate. Hey guys, how are ya? Well, it's like the solar return of like vernal equinox. So we would be saying happy solar return, vernal equinox, if we were like personify it. However, to you guys, happy vernal equinox, right? That's kind of how we're gonna go. However, I'm here also with my magnificent brothers in whom I'm well pleased, and they are
Islam. I am Terrell Tamari Bey. Hola.
Benjamin Bey. Peace to you all. Peace to you all.
Brother Shining Ill. Peace, love, happiness.
Indeed, happiness is always on the menu, right? Because that's what we are here to consume all the time, and here on this Midgard Earthplane Asha. So we're going to get started, right? And just add.
Hello.
Oh, what's going on?
Well,
Hello. Is anyone there?
You're doing the mannequin challenge, the Astro Mannequin Challenge. That's what that is. Yeah. All right.
I trust that does some justice there. My apologies. Thank you for your patience, you all. So let me bring me back, right? I guess because it probably only looks like it's 4 of this. One moment. What's this?
Connection check.
Okay, I see me there, right? Let's see. There I is. Okay, so I guess I'm now I'm here, right? So anyway, like I said, we just add a little joy to it all. Now, see, there go Brother Jag now. It's just gonna be one of those days, I guess, or whatever. But we're just gonna, have some fun, right? Yeah. So it's kind of just how it's gonna be. So with that being said, guys, I really wanted to start this vernal equinox off with the Moorish American prayer as it's termed. I like to call it our invocation, and I like to call it, and also in my heart of hearts, the affirmation. We are going to go in on a presentation that's prepared by our beloved brother in whom we're well pleased, Sean L. So he had put together what we're going to go over this degree. However, before we get started, in honoring Prophet Noble Drew Ali for reminding us, that's why we're honoring him, we're not worshiping Prophet Noble Drew Ali, we're honoring Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and in doing so, it's just from meeting him in his literature. We're not trying hard to do something or be something. We are just excited and we're shouting about it because Prophet Noble Drew Ali brought us something that we can shout about respectfully in an intelligent tone. All righty. So we're going to start off with what's termed the Moorish American prayer. I will share my screen to show that. And we're going to read both letters to be read in every meeting. For the great meeting is on, for it's been on. And with that being said, I am going to share my screen now. Actually, let me bring, Brother Terrell is back. Boom, 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 boom. Speaking about Power Rangers, right? That was the Power Rangers jingle, right? No, that's not what it was.
Impossible.
Alpha,
Me,
what's
yo.
wrong?
No.
Ay, guys, get here to the convention.
Yo, it's so funny, yo, because oh man, the being who I thought of when I thought of that, robot type thing is hilarious. I won't. It's man.
Yes, man, it is what it is.
Yo, it's funny you just did that.
It's a beautiful
That
thing.
was a robot, right? That was a robot. Right?
Yeah, it was supposed to been. It was supposed to have been a depiction of a robot, a reenactment of a robot. Obviously, it's a human being inside of some tubing, some the tubing that comes from your dryer to your wall. I think that was the arms and legs. Like, you guys are laughing, but I mean, I know what it takes to kind of like, you know what I mean, be creative to try to bring that together. However, with that being said, I'm going to bring up my iBooks here, and I'm using this particular one here because one, most importantly, I think that's just important. I love how Prophet Noble Drew Ali is just standing due guard on the divine constitution and bylaws. I'm really looking at everything when it comes to how he's standing. Actually, just really there, hand at his right hand at the fourth, chakra, at the heart chakra. It's just amazing. Alrighty, and standing firmly on his square, right? Prophet Noble Drew Ali ain't wear a black fez, really? Okay. It's not what the divine constitution and bylaws depict. However, imitate. He says imitate. I'm gonna quote: "Imitate I, your prophet." Imitate means to copy. It doesn't mean, call yourself Prophet Noble Drew Ali. He's the number one, and we are the zeros behind the number one, increasing that, having them at the forefront pertaining to our mind. So how this goes is we're going to stand up and have our feet how Prophet Noble Drew Ali's feet is here in this on the divine constitution and bylaws. Because I'm thinking about the temple of the moon and sun here where we are at the North Gate. So I'm not, just centralizing this. So let me say in advance, this is no offense to any people that would love to take offense as if they own Prophet Noble Drew Ali or any of his literature that he presented, which is universal. All righty. So we're going to stand facing east in the eastward direction, thus symbolizing facing inward and going within each and one of us, going within ourselves, being a priest unto ourselves, because the priesthood is dead. And therefore, we can only be priest unto ourselves. And therefore, we are quoting and referring in chapter 10 in the Holy Quran, thanks to my beloved brothers in whom I'm well pleased, in the discussion that we were having briefly, just throughout, group chat. And that's chapter 10, as y'all would say, verses 23 and 24. All righty. So standing facing east, on the 45. And we're going to have our index and our middle fingers extended on the right hand. I usually have them together. And all 5 appendages on the left hand extended. So 5 on the left, 2 on the right. And you can repeat after me in your heart or aloud. Allah, the Father of the universe. Allah, the Father of the universe. Father of love. Father of love. Truth. Truth. Peace. Peace. Freedom. Freedom. And justice. And justice. Allah is my protector. Allah is my protector. My guide. And my salvation. And my salvation. By night. By night. And by day. By day. Through his holy prophet. Drew Ali. I mean, so mote it be. It's interesting because it's astrology in there too. You know what I mean? For me, Allah
is everything, man. You know that.
Yeah, Allah is feminine, right? And father, when you check the etymology pertaining to father, it leads you back to the Latin pater, which leads you back to the Latin mater. So in order to get to father, there must be mother first. So Allah, for me, according to my studies thus far, and I'm always open for correction, provided someone brings viable research and evidence that allows me to thus, make my own discovery. Allah is all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac. All right, all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation. By night, look, how you you only know that it's nighttime when the sun has set below the horizon. So even there in the Moorish American prayer, there's a reference to astrology and cosmology and astronomy to a certain extent, even though we know, according to our Clock of Destiny, Book 1, per expressed by our beloved brother and in my heart, Caliph, which means defender, pertaining to what we have here at the North Gate, and defending the faith, so to speak, pertaining to, you know, who we really are. Those that are misclassified as Negro, Black, and colored, people that are misclassified as white, people that are misclassified as Latino or Hispanic, people that are misclassified as yellow or brown, all those are not a part of the human family. So what we're here, you know, doing is actually just telling you guys exactly what it is, and knowing it's the truth, knowing it's art. We know truth and falsehood is strangely mixed, and man, which is mind, knows not, N-A-U-G-H-T, which is falsehood, by being told. So even though we're telling you, it can only be falsehood to you until you actually experience it by meeting Prophet Noble Drew Ali in his literature yourself. All righty, that's how you'll know who someone is, how they are. Meet them in their literature. Use your etymology degree to analyze the wording there. Have other references to go and check out. All righty, guide and my guide and my salvation by night and by day. All righty, so look at that. All balanced law pertaining to the zodiac is my protector, my guide and my salvation by nocturnal sect and by diurnal sect. All righty. Through his holistic Halig, dealing with the sun. Helios, dealing with the sun. Prophet. What is a prophet? A prophet is a thought of Allah manifested in flesh. That's in your 101 questions for Moorish Americans. Drew, from the term druid, right? Truth tree. When you look up the etymology for Drew or Druid, truth, the truth tree. Ali is master. If noble was there, right, just written there where it says prophet, thought of Allah manifested in flesh, or thought of, or thought pertaining to all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac manifested in flesh. All knowing. Noble is all knowing. Drew, truth. Truth tree. Ali, master. Thought pertaining to all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac. Manifested in flesh, all-knowing truth master. That's what the energy that is Prophet Noble Drew Ali is. So that's why I want to take that there, guys. I'm not pontificating about on a soapbox here, preaching and things like that. Just wanted to share that with you just very quickly, very briefly. And those are these two letters that are to be read in every meeting. Prophet Noble Drew Ali had says, you guys see right here, we're going, this is the administrative functions book that I have here from RV Bey Publications. You guys can order it from RV Bey Publications.com. All righty, at the products and detail tab, about 3 or 4 tabs from the left side. You guys, all the tabs that RV Bey on the left-hand side. All right, so Moorish Holy Temple of Science, right? The following is a letter written by Prophet Noble Drew Ali on the 18th day of January, 1828 AD. So this is about, 5 months and maybe like 28 days after, he had put in our authority per Religious Corporation Act by affidavit, Religious Corporation Act affidavit. So it's not even a whole 6 months later, not even a whole half a solar cycle later that he's writing this letter, and he commanded that it be read before every meeting. All righty, so I'm just going to read it verbatim. Moorish Science Temple of America, Home Office, 3603 Indiana Avenue, Noble Drew Ali, founder. Chicago, ILL there, shortened for Illinois State Republic. January, JAN, period, short for January 18th, 1929. All right. So this is about 5 months and 28 days after July 20th, 1928, when the great meeting was on, when our authority was put together before being placed on the record on the 1st August 1928 at about 14:52, which is 2:52 p.m. near the Cook County Corporation on the Cook County record. All right. To be proclaimed in every meeting, dear brother Islam, I'm glad to know that I have few faithful Moors among you all, and I desire for them to know the truth and the divine truth. There is a host of jealousy, quote unquote, about me and the movement now by the same people of our side of the nation that claim it was only a joke and unreal. But now, since they have found out from the government officials and the nations of the earth that this is the only sole foundation that all Asiatics, all Asiatics must depend upon for their earthly, right? Their heart, right? Earthly salvation as an American citizen, an American citizen, an American citizen, right? They are working every scheme that they can to disqualify me so they themselves may take charge of the situation. I have notified all these things to you long ago in the past. That's in bold. I have notified all these things to you long ago in the past. I have notified all these things to you long ago in the past. It is through the faithful Moors that contribute to the movement and uplifting funds. The ones that paid their divine respect to me and the movement will be remembered. That is why I'm calling upon all faithful Moors to increase their faithfulness to me, your prophet, and your divine Moorish movement. I need finance and I need it bad. Never before have I needed finances badly as I do at present, that I may shove aside the discord that is facing the nation. It all comes through jealousy because of my, quote, fame and nobility, end quote. The nations of the world will not recognize the movement without me, the prophet, being the head. It has been proven by my work in which I have performed in the last few months, because I was at the governor's inauguration, and that governor at that time is Lewis Lincoln Emerson, who was the Secretary of State, and he was inaugurated then being governor. Lewis Lincoln Emerson, born December 23rd, or he manifested December 23rd, 1863, near the Albion Corporation, Illinois State Republic. Yes, he was born near Albion, Illinois. Lewis Lincoln Emerson, December 23rd, 1863. About 23 years older than Prophet Noble Drew Ali. It has been proven by my work in which I have performed in the last few months, because I was at the governor's inauguration to represent the Moorish Divine and National Movement, and I will be at the inauguration of President Hoover for the same cause, Noble Drew Ali. The next letter to be read in every meeting, and let's just go right here where he says, I need finance and I need it bad. Finance, we check the etymology for the term finance. Finance is a means to an end. Check it in a law dictionary, law encyclopedia, check it in etymology, especially. You can check a quick reference, which is etymonline.com, if you like to check a quick etymological reference if you don't have one within your physical library. However, most of us have physical libraries and may have certain references physically on hand. However, if not, you guys also, if you're a part of, different books that we may share, also, you guys are part of Prophet Noble Drew Ali University. If not, you guys know you can just DM us your email, or you can join our email list at 7hillstar.com, and we'll make sure you guys have access to our libraries also. So here we go. The second letter to be read in every meeting, divine warning by the Prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Prophet warns all Muslim governors ordered to read a proclamation at each meeting. I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical agitating speeches while at work, in their homes, or on the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be of severe consequence. We are love. And some people will say, man, they're supposed to say we are for love. I mean, I'm going to read it as it is right here because it still resonates with me very strongly. We are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these principles are violated, and so in other words, when we're violating ourselves, justice must then take its course. Accountability is so sweet. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple or the prophet or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the laws laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their carding button, cease wearing their turban and fez, and return to the state where the prophet found you. This is a holy and divine movement founded by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And if the prophet is not right, then the temple is not right. The prophet, therefore, is sending out the divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting their prophet and the temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sinful ways by order of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Alrighty, so guys, this isn't something to make you guys feel all guilty and shaken and oh my God, it sounds like doom and gloom, woe is me, finger wagging, Bible toting, Quran toting. No, that's not what it is at all, guys. It's just showing you like when you go inside yourself and you practice these things within inside yourself without looking for an outward display from someone else. This is not dogmatic exercise. This is not dogmatism. This is clearly and character development. Clearly and completely character development. That's exactly what it is. Right. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for your patience. My heart is very warm from that reading, actually. So I am going to get this going. I'm going to actually first yield the floor to my beloved brother in whom I am well pleased, Brother Alim. While I send this out, I'm trying to do my best to share this out while we're doing this, right? But I know I got the earth signs. Okay, all right, I'm gonna show. Right. Brother Terrell got the fire signs. He's like, no. No. It's like, no. I know, right? I know, right? All right, man. But it's your destiny, child. No, I'm saying because he's like, no. Okay. All right, I yield.
Islam. All righty. So we will have Brother Benjamin starting us off with the air signs, followed by Brother Hasan with the earth signs. Next will be Brother Jag with the fire signs. And then finally, I will cover the water signs. So,
bro, cut your mic on the other computer or whatever you got.
Yeah, you doubled up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you 2 times.
There we go. We good. We good.
Yeah, you good.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Stack me, man. Instead of
stacking his vocals.
Stack me some, man.
Wow.
Yeah. You got it.
So, all right, man. Hit the screen share. All righty.
And the fire signs be first.
Man, I just went, how it came out. Alrighty, so once again, honors to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. It's no worship, we just meet him in his literature and, look internally. So once again, honors. And as we know, we're quoting Prophet Noble Drew Ali again, time never was when man or mind was not. All right, and also, this is from the Seven Hill Astro calendar as well, from March 2022 to February 2022. All right, and this is Intuition Mondays, the astrological New Year's special. Where people would say the Vernal Equinox or the Sun ingressing Aries, however you look at it. We thank you all for joining us today, and I will yield the floor to Brother Benjamin.
Hold on, no video? We don't get the video?
And we got video.
Man, isn't that in there?
We don't get the video?
Like, what's up, yo? I thought, what happened to Method Man?
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, that's not the video. That's not the video. The video that you made with that song.
Oh, wait, my bad. Oh, yeah. There we
go.
Wait,
that video.
All right.
Cause I'm on my way to the plank and I'm pulling up, right? Yeah. Cause I'm on my way to the plank and I'm pulling up, yeah. Hopping out that town cold with that circus 7. Run my damn neck, you know what's up, but I'm 20 damn more, yeah. We ain't worried about the colonists. I got the metaverse jumping, crypto raising, NMT bumping. And your girl on that line, I got your girl checking from the flight, trying to be my Morris wife. Yeah, we lit the night, cause I'm on my way to the plane. I'm pulling up, got to get my checks up. Yeah, you and I trying to run in my course spot. Get to the
Shout out to Brother Hasan Bey. He was feeling creative on the fly, man, and put that together as he's traveling out there upon the easements upon our ancestral estate. So shout out to Brother Hasan Bey for providing the background. Brother Sean went and immediately got busy, with it and putting that video together. So at the end of the day, we are about unity and making sure we are placing things where they go appropriately with the energy, pardon me. So that was just amazing. Like, we was like yesterday when we saw Brother Sean do it, it's like, yo, you killed that. Like, Brother Jack was like, yo, you killed that. I was thinking to myself, like, yeah, that's hot. Okay, I like how that came together. Seriously. All right, so all right, I'm going to yield the floor. Brother Sean, it is on you. Intuition Monday is Brother Sean's thing. When it comes to you guys know on the 7-day Tropic Medical Astro Weather Report, that's Brother Terrell and I, and you already know Brother Corey when he comes back. However, you got subbing in Brother Sean and Brother Benjamin every other cycle. And then Friday, Impromptu Improv is really Brother Benjamin's thing. You know what I mean? So that's how it is, guys. So you kind of comprehend that too. Now we got this fresh cycle starting off. That freshness starting off. All right. All right. So I yield the floor to you, Brother Sean. Islam.
All righty. So actually we'll be yielding the floor to Brother Benjamin.
Islam.
As he'll be getting it started. Let's get it started. Yeah.
What am I doing? I assume water signs.
Brother Benjamin, you have the air.
Is this chart?
You have the air sign.
Yeah, the sun just hit Gemini, the Gemini zone first with the air, so you'll be starting us off.
This is why I love it, because it's really, and it's like I said earlier, Brother Sean, I'm like, life is impromptu improv. So the thing is, we trust our brother Sean to, all right, boom, he's got the charts going. We can sit here and read the time and all that or whatever. But it's like, all right, cool, because it actually tests our skill. You know what I mean? None of us wrote a report. I don't think so. I didn't write anything to it. I know I didn't. So mine's going to be freestyle Wednesday type style, right? So this is great. It's a great exercise for us being, professional astrologers, and what we do is and giving testimony, diverse testimony. However, it also allows, us to trust each other when we prepare things for ourselves to present. So with that, I already know brother Benjamin's going to instead of saying, this is another thing I wanted to bring in too, because I was listening to some music last night, and it was like, instead of being like, yo, you killed that, be like, yo, you gave that some life, son. See, we can switch it. Like I remember when brother Terrell was like, yo, how can you be dead ass, right? So be live head, right? All right, anyway, I yield.
I guess I would be finding the sun and ingressing into Aries. Is that what we're speaking about? Oh, yeah. Wow. I was right. Thank goodness. All right. I didn't say that. I was like, all right. I appreciate my brother digging me up. I gotta get to it. All right.
Indeed, man. Yeah, like brother Benjamin, you'll start Hasan's next, and then it'll be Jack, and then me, then it'll cycle back to you.
Islam. All right. If you don't mind, just throw that to the top, and I'll give you what we're speaking about, and we'll get the ball rolling. Or this astro ball rolling. All righty. All right, for the astrological new year, March 20th, 2022. All right, we'll wait on the 2, Sunday, 500 hours, 34 minutes, and 7 seconds. I will be speaking about Kau, Hawaii. If I'm saying that right, folks, Kau, Hawaii. That's a beautiful place. If I'm messing the name up, that's still a beautiful place. Yeah. But I'll be talking about the first house and the sun ingressing into Aries, the house of self. So we got a lot going on here. We would call this a stellium, which is, a bunch of planets, celestial bodies, and, hugging or having a party. So it'd be like you and your friends in the hallway are standing on the curb, shoulder to shoulder. But right here we have the sun at 0 degrees Aries, 0 minutes in the first house of self, giving the numeric code of, we'll say 1, 5, and 1. We'll say the first house as in that first one, 5 as in the sun, and 1 again as in Aries. So I'll give my testimony here with all this being here. So we'll have communicating higher learning and seeing the illusion in that. So it would be kind of hard to see with the sun next to that Neptune. So seeing the self illusion and communicating that, and communicating that institutionalized, distant, foggy thinking. And I say that because of Pisces. So all of this communicating higher learning and Neptune, which is basically the illusion of things or seeing the truth in things. So all of that is coming out of the undoing and coming into the initiating. So basically you've been studying in the institution of Pisces for self, and now you're going to initiate that with the ego, with you, so you're going to use the body from within, and you're going to be coming from the heart, because it's the sun. You come from the heart. And if I'm correct, is Pisces on the rise or Aries on the rise? So that means Libra is mirroring that. So Venus is ruling the 7th house right here. So we're taking all this self energy and we're going to take it to the 7th house. We're going to organize it and we're going to relate it to someone. Because I think I see Virgo there, right there on the 7th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's indeed. That's a little sushi. So yeah. So Virgo. So you're going to be organizing and using all this first house energy to service the ones that you relate close to. So just take all the ideas about higher learning and use that and transform it into a way to people to see the truth through you. And how you just take all your ideas and organize them and share them with the ones that you relate to from the heart. But don't push it though, because with fire and fire, so you have fixed fire and then air is air. Aries is cardinal air or cardinal fire. If I'm saying that right, guys. If I'm,
yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Yeah. So so you have controlled fire and then quote unquote uncontrollable fire. So I would say be careful how you step, but make sure when you step that it's in the right direction and it's poised, kind of like a bow and arrow energy. So the fix is when you're pulling it back, but when you let it go, make sure you know what you're hitting. Make sure you know what you're hitting. And how you?
That's Brother Benjamin. All righty. And next we will get to Brother Hasan.
Absolutely. For our tropical new year. Why is it a tropical new year, right? Because the tropic astrology, right, that we're going off of the tropic zodiac is earth-based. Why? Because we're actually putting out there, we're expanding out there, like we're taking our belts off and expanding them out. Like, so that's the equator, right? And we're seeing where's the equator intersecting the sun's path, the ecliptic. Where is it intersecting? And right now, the sun, where it happens for us, right? It happened, what was it, 20 minutes ago? Because we're at 11:57. So 20 minutes ago, we had the sun at the point where the equator and the sun's path intersects. That's what we call 0 degrees Aries, which is earth-based. All righty. Earth-based is a zodiacal placement. So that's what we're calling the astrological new year for that tropic place. And tropic from the Greek tropos, which means like to turn around, so to speak. So we're celebrating celestial vibrating, right? To this tropic new year, all righty, for March 21, however, 2022, Monday, all righty, for Tauranga, right? Or some people may say Tauranga, right? New Zealand, all right? It's a tropical Placidus chart, and we're, of course, doing the solar ingress. So in looking here, I'm going to see what Leo's ruling. Of course, it's the 7th house Leo is ruling. Well, the sun is dispositing for the 7th house, obviously, right? And however, it's ruling from, it looks like it's, hold on, back up, is the 6th and 7th? Is it both 6th and 7th? Let's do.
Yeah.
No, it's just 7. That 6th house cusp is in Cancer. So it did look close though, bro. But I think that's in Cancer. Yeah, that's still in Cancer. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, it's still in Cancer. So from the 2nd house ruling over the 7th, right? So that's some relation there. It's very Venusian, that kind of energy there. However, with the sun, of course, at Aries, 0 degrees Aries, it's just ingressing the sign where it's exalted, where it's held on high, where it has its most energy. And actually in 19 more days or so, at 19 degrees Aries is the degree exactly where the sun is exalted. So with that being said, guys, sun in the 2nd house in Aries, however, the 2nd house cusp, still like the 1st house cusp in Brother Benjamin's testimony, is still being ruled by Jupiter. However, Jupiter is in the 1st house, which is 12th to the 2nd. So now Jupiter is actually in a house that it's comfortable in, sort of, not only being in the 1st house, however, also in 12th to the 2nd. So when it comes to expanding those values or the institutions there pertaining to those values and being creative and bringing to the center stage some things where we can be able to invest from, things that we've learned in the past, all righty, those wounded healing transactions from the past that allow us to be wise now, give us this creative 5, Arian driven, right? So we have this creative drive for self to be able to really bring out our values and institute those things and making sure we're just learning from our past mistakes so that we are not financially irresponsible. So it will allow ourselves to be able to activate. It's interesting too, by the sun being actually there in Aries and the 7th house cusp being on the terms pertaining to Mars. It just lets me know that when the sun is ruling there from, and it's interesting because it looks like the first term for the sun, it's in Jupiter terms. So it's in Jupiter terms while in the house that Jupiter is ruling. So Jupiter and Mars are definitely having say so for this particular area in New Zealand. Is just letting me know that when it comes to us, relating things and relating those finances, so to speak, because the 7th house is 6th to the 2nd, it is just allowing us to be able to bring into or do or bring a making or be constructive in servicing one another so that we can actually be fruitful in how we're relating to one another and actually sharing our values to a certain extent so that we can be able to learn from each other's experiences. So for that particular portion pertaining to the planet, Tauranga, New Zealand, I would say that the energy in which I just now given testimony would do pretty strongly there, especially, it's interesting how Mars, however, is in the 12th house. So I really think that a lot of people are going to do things on the terms and conditions that they really feel that it's beneficial to not only, themselves in the immediate transaction. However, establishing long-term relationships, I think people are going to be really in the spirit of us establishing trusting long-term relationships. And with that, I yield the floor. Islam.
Alrighty, now we get to Brother Jaguar.
Alrighty. So this is Moon Day for Darwin, Australia, right? 0100 4 minutes. So this is going to happen when the sun's below the horizon, of course, as we see. Where is the sun? The sun's in the 3rd house.
Excellent.
So yeah, there's going to be a lot of a lot of movement going on around this time here. A lot of, let's just say, the news will be very emphasized here. There may be something that's very new and sudden that's coming to fruition around this time for Australia specifically, and or just in the publishing realm alone. There's a lot of, let's just say, the corporate business world or things of that sort, that's kind of crumbling over there more than likely. I can see that happening. There will be a unified goal that, the collective wants, so to speak, within this area, and, collectively as well. However, specifically for Australia, and, Aries is ruling this zone, so to speak, or Mars, so to speak, Aries zone. So, Mars being in Aquarius, it's like, the group economics are coming together in some sort, or, how are the group economics coming together? Are they coming together? Those questions are being asked in the group. So now what will we do as a group? Like things of that sort. So this could be a very structured move near the Australia territory. Very creative, with regards with the children as well. I could see, or there could be a possibility like the children basically inspiring or, emphasizing what's practically being used in the business arena. Like, so 8-year-old may surface, publicly. There's an 8-year-old near Australia who has a business. And he's 8, that's going to be the story. He's only 8 years old and he's running a business, so to speak. And then that's going to just inspire, well, that should inspire, whoever likes to be inspired. Right. So, like I said, with that 3rd house energy, Venus and Venus terms, what's that cusp? Yeah, like 20, 22, 21. Yeah, interesting. So that's the astrological degrees, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so that yeah, people are like, this is that light bulb moment again. People are just getting what's needed rather than, what's wanted, so to speak. So we're being more practical within our ways of being and how we feed our mind and things of that sort. The things that we indulge in, and that's not just physical food, so to speak, as in like music that you listen to. How often do you work out? Things of that sort. But yeah, with that, I'll yield the floor. But publishing is here, so be on the lookout for something being published near or from Australia. I wouldn't be surprised.
That's fine, bro. We will
Yes,
keep an eye out for that. All righty. So moving on here, I'll be getting into this. All right. So March 20th, 2022, on the Soul Day, Sunday, at 2200 hours, 34 minutes, 7 seconds, we are at Da Nang, Vietnam. All right. So we have a Pisces ruled zone, and we have Soul, or the sun, in the 4th house. So now with the sun ingressing Aries here in the 4th house, it's really a good time for, as that usual saying, the spring cleaning, whether that's, cleaning out the house, cleaning out your mind. It's a great time to move forward with any ideas that you might have pertaining to the home, whether that's any, moving for those who might have been planning on moving, waiting till the winter is done to move. We'll also say creative arts at the home, maybe home design, interior decorating, those type ordeals we can be looking more forward to. And also with, Jupiter ruling this chart here, where we look to Jupiter, we have, Jupiter in the 4th as well with, Neptune and Mercury. So we have Jupiter conjunct Mercury in Pisces. So we're still in the 4th house. So it's a great time to, just reflect on the home, how did you come up? The progress that you have made, maybe some dreams or ideas that you might have, had while you were younger, that could be coming true right now. Also just with that sun, passing that Neptune there is, did you go through that dream journal? I know we spoke about that dream journal I'm writing down, but have you really went through it? And with the sun being Aries now, it being spring, and it's a really great time to, move forward with, your ideas and plans that you have pertaining to the home, and, building upon your structure that you have been building since last, from the previous cycle of the home foundation. And with that, I will yield. And that was for Da Nang, Vietnam. Alrighty, so we get back to my bro here, Brother Benjamin Bey.
Yo. And we're back here for March 20th, 2020, a Sunday. 2100 hours, 4 minutes, and 7 seconds. Surat, India. We will be speaking to you. This is a Aquarius ruled zone, so that means Saturn will be having some say-so here, and Saturn is located there in the 4th in the home, so there could be some kind of limited, let's say, internet, phone, or even thoughts, restrictive thoughts, because you could be trying to think as well. So, just relax, relax a little bit, because with Mars and Venus, they're conjunct. There's some fiery passion. So you're going to want to get through that roadblock, quote unquote, but Saturn is slowing you down for a reason. You don't really know the roadblock until you actually get there, kind of deal. You're like, man, what's up with this traffic? And then you go, okay, cool, that was up with the traffic. So, kind of let your hair down, cut on that little song, whatever, just overall, just let down, just let down. And we'll move on to what we're actually talking about here in the 5th house, the sun, which is home in the 5th house, which is the house of children. We'll say creativity, sports, all things that are fun and things that you want to create, which is everything. And we are co-creators. So anything that you want to create. So like I create and then whatever right there. So here with sun being in Aries, we'll say, you have some creative head forward thinking, or some children may be begotten right now. Some children just may be coming, or you may be thinking about, starting a family, with Aries, being the baby and all. So you may be thinking about it, you may be planning, you may be creating a plan to institute a child in your home, so that's why I would say institute because of Pisces as well. So you want to communicate that higher learning or that foreign, that foreign place, which is, I would say, further quote unquote adulting or further parenting or further chapter in your life, which is foreign to you, which could be bringing, another life to your home, which could be fortunate for you because the part of fortune is right next to it, and that's just beginning. So there could be some very exciting, passionate ramming of, just overall creativity that you want to share because across from the 5th house is the 11th house and you want to gain from that. So through, let's say, friction and bumping middles or whatever, you want to gain something, and that would be, a child. So overall here with the sun being here at home, just take full advantage of every creative thought that you have that's instituted in your mind and communicate that, and I'm always going to say communication, but communicate that truthfully and from the heart, just overall create from the heart, speak from the heart. And when you share it, make sure that's what you're speaking to. You all are a vessel, but you want to speak to the east of a person. So, and how you?
That's fine, bro. All right, that was my brother Benjamin, delineating for Surat, India, for the solar ingress of Aries, the astrological new year. We'll get next back to some bro. Brother Hasan.
I love all these water places.
What'd you say, Jed?
I was laughing. I can't stop.
You said all the water places?
I'm glad I don't have to pronounce that one. It's
Oh, you're hilarious.
No, they was tripping. Jag was laughing off. I was like, Sarah.
It was like that background noise. That's that Friday after next thing again. When
I was just and around. That's
watch that movie end up coming on TV Friday after next.
It's probably on right now.
Wow. You said it's definitely on right now, or
I said it's probably. I wouldn't know. Wow. Yeah.
All right. They have a marathon on.
Continuing our tropic astrological new year here for our solar ingress into Aries, which is already underway. It happened at 11:37 minutes thereafter for near the East Coast, so to speak. All righty, guys, and continuing now, and we're here now. We're going back to the future, or going back to now, right? Because we're checking out the different, out of 12 slices pertaining to Earth. Now we're here for my second Earth sign ruled area pertaining to the Earth for Marburg, right? It looks like that's exactly saying Marburg. Is that Mauritius? Marburg, Mauritius.
The Moor
again.
Moor.
Marburg, Mauritius. It's so apropos, right? Alrighty, and what time was that for again there, Brother Sean? Let me make sure I got that time. One more second there. Scroll it on up. It's 1934 minutes and 7 seconds thereafter. All right, cool. For tropical Placidus. And again, guys, we all know that the sun is in Aries. However, here it's in the 6th house. And interestingly, look at that. Jupiter, again, ruling the house that the sun is in, guys. So when it comes to that 6th house energy is what we're doing, what we're putting together, what we're being constructive with, how we're serving others, how others are serving us. It seems like that we're instituting our fortune there, really bringing to light some faded relationships and some faded interactions that are going to allow us to learn from some wounded healing that will, that we probably have previously invested in or find ourselves, coming into contact with when it comes to that 6th house energy. Ultimately with Jupiter in the 5th, it really creatively expanding, the communications as well with the house that it's in. It's in the 5th house, which is, it's on its own terms to the 5th house cusp. However, in the previous sign, which is Aquarius, therefore Saturn there also is allowing for some form of partnership and or espousal to occur. It almost seems like mom and dad are allowing two brothers to take over a business or something type energy there in the 5th house. Is like Juno is there with her husband Saturn, even though we know Juno is the husband to Jupiter, actually. However, just kind of that energy almost. It's just like there's this spousal energy to this essential dispositor rulership over the younger and older brothers, because they're the children there, right? That have come from that union in the beginning in Aquarius, and now you have these Pisces children that are now ruling over the business for the 6th house, and they have some new innovative ideas. However, reflectionarily speaking, the self-undoing pertaining to that would be, of course, whatever details they missed there in Virgo. And 9 times out of 10, Mercury being so close to that Jupiter, it would be wise to make sure that, you know, because they're mutual terms there, those house cusps, 6 and 12 house, 6 houses on Mercury terms, 12 houses on Jupiter's terms. So they're going to have to, there's going to be some collective agreeing to make sure that in order for the next step in the family business or family endeavors or the collective endeavors to move forward, we're going to have to get along, the elders and the youth, because at the end of the day, things are still going to be done on each other's terms. It's just best for us to work together and honoring our ancient foremothers and forefathers so that our days are actually long on the earth plane. Again, 25 years, my beloved brothers in whom I'm well pleased, in getting this thing set, being wise and prudent, will set us in order for the next 600 to 1,000, provided we know that we are being ourselves and not looking for anyone to validate us outside of ourselves, outside of Prophet Nobi Drali and the memoirs that he has left, his divinely prepared literature, that is. And with that, I yield the floor to my beloved brother in whom I am well pleased, Islam.
Islam.
Domino. All right, where we going? Jamina. Is Jamina Chad?
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Jamina Chad, 1634. We're back to today. We're right here. March 20th, 2022, 1634 is when the sun will ingress into Aries tropically near Jamina. Right? Oh, that's funny. Look at that freaking Virgo on the rides. Talking about that 6th house, of course. But yeah, this is cool. So this is a lot of socializing. We went from the 3rd house to the 7th. So a lot of changes, rearrangements, productive rearrangements. Basically, you know, what Brother Hasan just said, letting go of the falsehood to get to the truth. You know what I mean? You gotta know where they're, you know, you have to know where you come from to really be yourself. So who do you relate with, so to speak? Who, like, where's your bloodline? You know, 7th house. Where's that extension? Are you connected to it? You know, this is that opportunity here, so to speak. Very uncovering and undoing, because again, the 6th house is always under our control. We control the 6th house, and the 12th house we don't have much control over, so to speak. That's a concept, right? So with the 6th house, you know, just based off what you just heard from Brother Hasan, you know, practically you realizing and utilizing what is helpful for us individually, and then how that extends to someone else, you know, outside of you, externally. So internally, you're giving yourself love. So of course you can externally give love. However, if the reverse is, you know, there, you know the result. So that's clear around this time with that sun in the 7th, right? And all those energies in the 6th, based off of that same sort of, you know, energy. But that 6th house cusp is ruled by Saturn. So yeah, you know, finding that discipline within one's, you know, day-to-day routine, because that's important. Like, what are you doing consecutively? And that consecutive doing is the result of your life. That's just what it is. There's no in between. So we're here and we're clear on that with this with these energies in Aquarius, Mars, Venus, and Saturn. And Pluto's going to be in there soon, if I'm not mistaken. Pluto's not going retrograde. Yeah. So Pluto's going to be in there soon too. So yeah, just really, figuring out and changing one's way of relating and one's day-to-day's conceptualized aspect of what relations are, right? You know what I mean? And releasing the overthinking concept, because again, all this mind. So if you're just putting whatever you're putting in your mind, and then it's not even physically there, or you're imagining the worst, which isn't there, you're just putting yourself in that situation. Period. So we're realizing the power or the force of our mind and how to utilize that force. And that is essential to keep yourself from that, like Brother Hasan was telling you, that wound. There's this, we all have this wound, right? That we've come from, that we have to heal from. Don't subject ourselves to it, right? And with that, I will yield the floor. Islam.
Thank you, Brother Jag, for engaging the chat. Alrighty, so I will get into it next for the astrological new year, March 20th, today for the Sunday Soul Day at 1600 hours, 34 minutes, 7 seconds. And we are astro hovering to Marrakech, Morocco.
Maricheca, Morocco.
Morocco.
The Kingdom of Morocco.
Looks beautiful.
Yes.
That's fine.
I like the empire a lot, though. You know what I say? Yes.
It's
The
fine.
empire.
Sun never sets on the Moorish Empire.
Islam, the crest of Asia. Oh, wow. Islam.
Yeah, look at that.
Are you?
Islam. Alrighty. So we have Sol here in the 8th house. We have Leo on the rise, right? So
Scorpio's on. That's what
Mercury terms. So when it comes to the sun ingressing Aries in your 8th house, if we just gonna go off 3 keywords, so creative self-transformation. So this is a time where you will feel, like a weight is lifted off your shoulders here in the Scorpio zone as well. So not only do we have, the sun beams shining very strongly, but we're in this Scorpio transformation zone right here. So, as we stated earlier, how if you came from this last year, from this last solar ingress into now to where everything that you worked on, seeds you sowed last year are now, you're moving forward. This is move forward transformational energy. This is also, to really merge with yourself as well, with this, as we can say, the sun is also like life, purpose, conscious. So that's the time, to really look deep within, and just take any necessary steps or action to become that. And if you're not sure, with Mercury being the chart ruler and Pisces in the 7th house, you could really wanting to maybe communicate to your partner, or, come to Southern Hill Star and get you a reading to see how your transits and, how everything is working out and playing for you. And then Jupiter is going to expand all of that wisdom. So, really great time to look within, and, we need to look within to also come and, go to various holistic healers, readers, to get you a grasp on your future. Your sun is, shining these beams of just, in the light. So let's see what else we got there. We got, Jupiter is right there by the heart of fortune as well. So, it's really just, communicating with women. Some out there may be have overcome a lot of self, hate or, self-doubt, and, has been through that, has been through that storm. And now it's like, all right, that storm is over. Now we're at the light of the tunnel. So now it's this transformation that you can, relate more and be able to connect more once you cut those cords and, things out of your way that you're holding on to. So now you can have this deep merging with yourself and this intimacy with yourself so that you can relate and express yourself with others. And, when it comes to sharing love and wisdom. And with that, I'm gonna yield, bros. It's long. Alrighty, so I'm about to just Chris Paul, alley hoop loud back to my brother Benjamin.
I'm not as tall, but I can lay it up like Kyrie.
Goodness.
I'm not tall, but I can lay it up something like.
Hey, who said alley hoops always got to be dunks?
Yeah, hilarious, man.
But here we are, March 20th, 2022, Sunday, day of the sun, 1200 hours, 34 minutes, 7 seconds. Salvador, Brazil. We are speaking to you. It's a beautiful place you have here in a zebra rule zone. Wow. In a Libra rule zone. So that means that Venus, will be looking over this with a little bit of love. And we have Cancer on the rise there. So that's some more love, some more nurturing love right there. Some nurturing beauty going on. But we're here to speak about the sun in the 9th house. The house of higher learning, house of travel. Here, the sun is in a Jupiter terms. So there's a pioneering seek for, higher education, higher learning, the seek for truth, the seek for your own truth, and possibly bittersweet in that with Chiron, the sun coming up on Chiron, being some confusion and a little bit of hurt, but all things are stepping stones, or I like to say pull-ups. Pull-ups are right angles, and pull-ups make you stronger. Whether you're pushing up off the ground to get up, whatever you do, you're tricepping that thing out. So right here, like I was saying, that pioneering energy to just, just to seek your own truth, the things that you feel in your heart that is true to you, and you want to go places, you want to seek, outside of your local, which is your 3rd house. You may want to, now that things are opening up where you are in Brazil, you may want to travel somewhere else, to see things that were triggering you, that were happening where you are now, and you can seek the truth and see through the illusion of it, because you have Neptune there, and Neptune is, I want to say, a higher octave of Jupiter. So Jupiter would be like, the library, and you would go Neptune to like, I would say like NASA, so to speak, just a different level of communication, within the institution, because Mercury is there. So you're communicating higher learning again through the illusion. So right now there's a thirst for some pioneering truth. So I would say take the information from the 3rd house and you travel with it wherever you want to go in the 9th house and seek and learn, and as they say, truth hurts. So you may come across things that may become distasteful to you, but, toss out the bones in that, always seek the love in it. Don't always look for the love. And goes back to Noble Joy Ali, always seek the love in things, don't always try to be a hater. Because that's what we were manifested. Flat out. Just don't do that. Just, learn to love and not hate, because it's that easy to say don't be a hater, be a lover. As Brother Hasan was saying earlier, we were speaking about you killed that type deal. Same energy. It's like, no, you brought that to life type deal. So, just seek the higher learning in that, and be pioneering in that, but don't step on any hands and feet, but be true to what you know, and make sure you're standing on your own square. And I'll yield for the sun in the 9th house in Aries.
Islam.
Thank you there, Brother Benjamin, for delineating for Salvador, Brazil. All right,
you can give me something I can pronounce, player. I really appreciate that.
You are
he's probably like, maybe we just need Jag in to sign on.
Bro.
You're at 1,700 hours, so blah, 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 blah. Montana.
Yeah. Santa Catalina, Panama is next for me for the 20th, March 2022, Sunday, 10:34 minutes and 7 seconds thereafter. All righty, so we have the solar ingress from this portion pertaining to the Earth happening actually in the 10th house. Looky, Astro Cookie happening there in the 10th house. So just automatically, just that 5-1-10 energy, just that creative self-essential energy. So, sharing the 10th house actually off of the terms there. The 10th house is on Saturn's terms, very interestingly. So Saturn, they're on Mars's terms, which is there also in, Aquarius. In the 9th house, just brings to the 10th house a means for us to really bring out the values in our erudite studies. Really, like, what are we bringing forth in our erudite studies? Are we allowing ourselves to really matrimonially engage the structure of finding those values and then being able to communicate expansively how we're instituting ourselves and our ego and personality within those values, or having those values be within us and how we stand and shine forth in the public, so that we're making sure, at the end of the day, people are clear that we're dealing with the war and peace within by teaching from those wounds that we gained along the way. So with that being said, I would really just say that we're truly allowing ourselves to really enjoy from this portion of the planet a means to make sure that we are really communicating what we mean. Wherever we stand, make sure that our actions follow our words. In the words of Brother Terrell's nephew, fix your actions.
Islam,
I yield.
Fix your
Thank you
actions.
again, Brother Hasan.
Fix your actions.
Yeah, I got that. That's been a minute, yo. Islam.
All right, so for Catalina, thank you again, Brother Hasan. All right, next we got Brother Jack.
All righty, the Leo zone. All righty, so where we're at? Chihuahua, Mexico. Wow, Chihuahua.
Brother Benji, like, yes, I'm glad that was
Wow.
Medico, Isabella. Yes, want to do Isabella. All right, so we're going to Isabella. I'm going to Isabella. All right, so the Leo zone, right? We got Taurus on the rise. Venus wants to do her thing, right? Yeah. Sun's in the 11th. Yeah, so it's like, this is just really essential. Like, it's like, this is that clarity. Like, okay, so like individuality is cool. So you have to be an individual. You have to be yourself. However, the realization that others are needed for whatever it is you're doing is just essential. So just an example, someone who plays the guitar, right? Say this guy plays the guitar, and
not myself doing, but
not me, just someone, because it wouldn't be me yet. So say someone plays the guitar and they want to be, they have an album, right? They need the people to listen to that album for, whatever, response that he was looking for, because he put that album out for a response in some, format, right? So that's the proverbial 11th house. So it's like, it's realizing or noticing how much that just other is needed, because you're creating something, which is the 5th house. And then the 11th house would be your hopes and dreams, or, the group or the collective, so to speak, right? So, without someone acknowledging your work, what's the point? If you're like, I want someone to acknowledge my work. However, if it's the opposite, that's just what it is. You can, just want to do those things for yourself. However, regardless of the fact, it will always be someone who says, yo, man, that's cool. You should probably go play that for the people somewhere. And that's the 11th house thing, because, it's like people will be grateful for your talents and your skills. and it would inspire people as well. You put yourself out there and do the things you really don't want to do. However, if you do want to do those things, just realize the beauty in, the teamwork, because, I don't know. All right. So he's at the big venue now. He's at Madison Square Garden. He's playing the guitar and he has the drummer and things, right? However, the people backstage with the sounds and, controlling the lights, all of that stuff matters. That's all essential to the performance, right? So, realizing that everyone is needed for, every intricate detail is just really what's going on here near Isabella, and this is the Kingdom of Morocco. I mean, the Empire of Morocco. Goodness gracious. Speaking of Isabella, right? The crest of Asia.
Yeah.
We said that earlier. What'd you say, bro?
Isabella. Yeah, go ahead. I'm just
Islam.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a collective unveiling. This is teamwork makes the dream work. This is that aspect, or this is this energy, so to speak, with that ingress at 834 minutes, 7 seconds. And Venus on the rise. I mean, Venus in the 10th. Well, Venus is ruling the chart, so she's on the rise. No. But Venus in Aquarius, valuing or seeing the beauty in the teamwork. Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan, but he had a team who helped him be Michael Jordan. Period. So with that, I yield the floor. Islam.
Bro. Thank you, Brother Jack, for your delineation for Chihuahua, Mexico, or Isabella. Alrighty. So we will get into the final location here.
It's a beautiful mountain back there.
I wonder.
Indeed, yeah.
It's a beautiful mountain back there.
Did we just say move? Are we out? My Cancer Ascended friends, we're gone.
You're hilarious. We're here.
Be like, what Cancer zone would have just a piece of land in the middle of water?
Basically. Would definitely need a helicopter, though.
Dude, yeah. Talk about gas.
It's
Like,
Only by
seriously,
means of a
helicopter.
helicopter we get now.
Manifestation.
And a boat.
Alrighty, so for our final location, we're in this Cancer zone at March 20th, 2022 for the Soul Day at 0600 hours, 34 minutes, 7 seconds.
Did I say Gambier?
Gambia, yes, it should be French Polynesia.
Got you.
Probably cut it out because of how long it was, but for the French Polynesia, so looky here, we have Aries on the rise.
Hey, bro, stop right there for a second. Look, see where that vertex is? 19 degrees, Leo, 15 minutes. I thought it was somebody sitting. Yeah, I'm tripping.
If you're taking about 1,000,
like right on the edge of the water,
Brother
like
Jags,
feet in the
emoji.
water.
I'm like, yo, who got on white socks sticking their feet in the water? Like, hey, yo. Okay, never mind. I had a moment. I had a moment for a second. All right. I yield. Islam.
All right, so let's see. We have Soul here in the 12th house. So if we're gonna look at 5, 1, and 12, so just some joy, some self-joy and loving wisdom as this sun is moving through this 12th house or this zone, for Cancer. So, and then we have Jupiter, ruling the chart and Mars being the co-ruler. So when it comes to soul, being a 12th house is just, do what you love, you've been kind of, through this winter, season, kind of just reaping what you have sown from that previous year. And now, you've, learned your lessons, you've healed from that, you might have been in solitude, you might have not been, just however, it kind of differs for everybody, but it's just, loving yourself right now, as we've spoken on through this entire chart, it's just to, love yourself, love your values, and now this is an opportunity to move forward with the wisdom that you've got, and also revealing things about yourself that could be hidden, that is now unlocked for you to move forward. And with Jupiter ruling that chart, he's going to expand back on just the thinking, the subconscious, and just look at where you have grown, because we are all here on Earth or Midgard to, just learn our lessons to solve our own sums. And what's the best way to do that? To speak with love, with Mercury being in Pisces there, with our loving wisdom to each other. And with Mars being a co-ruler, it's once again, conjunct that Venus. So being love. So, be love on, not only at your home and with yourself, but also those in your group and those you associate with. And, just be love and stand on what you know. And, and just enjoy your journey and know that everything can't be built overnight, but having a plan to build every day is the way to go about that. And with Neptune also being there as well, it's it's just revealing some illusions about yourself that you might have been under the fog of, as the sun, being in Aries, it's gonna, bring some heat, get the steamy waters going, but you got to see through the steam and smoke and mirrors. So and I'll just end it to just be love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and just give in to yourself, let your higher self take over, and get to know your higher self. And with that, I will yield for
Islam.
Gambia.
And stick your feet in the water like that Leo.
With that vertex, with your fated relationship that you might be out on that trip with.
Yeah. Go
create a
stargaze
splash
with your consort that night.
All right.
Interesting, right? Shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody that showed up. JL, Otsland, Elmore Bay, peace of greetings to you. Brother Benjamin's in the chat along with me. We were giving our shouts to you guys. Brother Malik, peace of greetings. Mother Barbara, peaceful greetings to you also. And brother, I think that's Brother Asar for Epic Studies, peaceful greetings. And Brother Otto Bay, peaceful greetings to you also. So, guys, with that being said, wow, we really got through all 12 regions pertaining to Midgard right now. That was amazing. That was a float, right? We just floated right through that, right? That's
Meta-floated.
We meta-floated. Exactly. Exactly. That was some meta-floating that is taking place. Oh, Brother Benjamin's not cute. Hold on. Where's Brother Benjamin? Let's spotlight him.
Is he in the TV? Is he inside the TV? Are you inside your TV?
Is he inside the telly?
No, he's not.
He's not inside the telly.
I'm not there yet. Here it comes, guys. Here it comes.
I want the telly.
No, not inside the telly. It's like
I want the telly.
I found across the pond. Let we know it's props fit we are, right? Is that what they said in the chat that night? He's on the Instagram live. That was like hilarious. They go, Brother Sean again. I'm trying to tell you, Brother Sean's hilarious, man. Y'all gotta watch when him and Brother Benjamin do different things. Like, yo, see.
Oh my god.
See, this is why we have so much fun live. Because before we go live, like Brother Sean and Brother Benjamin, they're like saying this respectfully. They're like the babies of like the Seven Hills Star, bam, right? So it's like they'll do things and it'll be super funny. And I'll be like, yo, what is going on? So they're just kind of like practical joking a lot of times, or just putting up different gifts or different, those different facial recognition things. Yo, you got to do it, Brother Benjamin. You got to do the shades, man. Like, we can't let Brother Sean put up the Regulus poster, the Brother Regulus poster.
Where the shades at?
What is Brother Jag's like?
Baby.
You sure you're delineating the right thing, right? Kind of what it's you gonna be on time? That's kind of what. No. What time you say? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, it's on YouTube. I sit on YouTube.
I
sit on YouTube.
Yo, those meta shades are meta hilarious.
Yeah.
I gotta get
so
Meta.
you literally look like
screenshot, cover photo.
I think I got it.
Hey, yo, that is hilarious, yo. That is, hey, yo. Why is that so funny?
Oh my god!
That is just unnecessarily.
I wish I could hold it for like 4 seconds.
Yo, I'm ready.
Oh my god!
Oh, there we go. Here we go. I got you. Here we go.
Oh, you are hilarious.
All right, that should be it.
Hey, yo.
On the playback, that should be it.
Salute him out.
Hey,
Oh,
He got me on the playback.
oh, yo.
you play too much, yo, bro. Oh my goodness.
Yo, you can use
that
that
is-
brother Jag's pictures, that SpongeBob picture when the room was shaking. It's like when they talk about Nova Dry Lee, and then they put a picture of Brother Jag. It's like, hold on, like what?
What you say?
What'd you say?
Make sure you said the right thing, huh?
I'm not doing it with y'all.
You don't need civic. What? Oh, all right.
Oh my god, yo.
This is amazing. This is great. So,
Oh my heart. My face is starting to hurt again.
Yeah. Mother Barbara says even Steven.
No.
Steven. The funny thing though about those shades though is like usually we're waiting for some Dr. Dre produced music to play. Right. Usually when those shades are
I look like a San Andreas character.
What'd you say?
Oh my god.
You know to go kick it with
I said I look like a San Andreas character. I look like I'm from Grove Street.
I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you.
Oh my god!
I'm about to tell you to like
this chat, yo.
see, it's gonna be funny, right? Because I'm gonna say it this way so we can get the effects. But the way I'm gonna ask you to do it is gonna be funny. All right, hug yourself, like tightly hug yourself, Brother Benjamin.
Oh my god!
Oh, like oh, okay. I see what you heard me.
Word.
Hey,
oh
yo.
My goodness, man.
Word, son. Is that it?
That is.
Hey, your brother, where you from, brother?
Oh.
Yo.
You got any tats on you, brother? You got any tats, brother? Where you grandma stay, brother?
Hey, Brother Benjamin. Honestly, you're actually a great sport, bro. Like, don't you guys play my bro? There's no clowns here, guys. I got to be very honest with you, Brother.
He's the funniest.
Like, he's actually like the funniest, I think.
No, like hands down.
It's so understated and quiet and calm. And it's just like, if you go back, you guys got to go back and look at some of those videos with Brother Sean and Brother Benjamin and just listen to their dialogue. If you really just allow yourself to listen, you'll be like, what? Hold the fuck up. What is that? Hey, yo, that's funny. You know what I'm saying?
Hands
I'm
down,
serious.
yo.
I'm serious.
Your face will hurt, man. You're going to keep laughing dealing with Brother Benjamin, yo. He don't stop neither.
And it's great how we all feed on each other, feed off of one another, actually, because it's a reciprocating energy. Because, like, they, like, actually, most of us give each other something. Well, most of us give I am Brother Sean, even though we're all doing editing in some way, shape, or form. But you know, when it really comes to like pinpointing and making sure, like, all right, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next thing? You know, that we can, you know, put together and produce. Like, I think the production, you know, is mainly like me and Brother Sean. However, though, don't sleep on Brother Jag. Like Brother Jag's like videos are, the quality of Brother Jag's videos kind of reminds me almost of someone's actually about to do like independent film. Like, I don't know what you're using, Brother Jag, as far as your software for your videos, but I like the clarity and the rendering of the cinematography when it's done. So everybody's got a style in what they do, actually.
And the like, layering of the caption, not to cut your wisdom, brother. Yeah. But the layering of the captions of Brother Jag. Yeah, like the music, and then like the pictures are so clear, they're not overlapping. He like makes you focus on something, almost. If you really look, he's like really the borders and all that. He's making you focus on something. Like you really, if you peep.
Indeed.
Brother Sean is in year like 30, 47.
30, 47.
He's constantly like pen to pad.
And it don't stop.
Huh? I did not see that thought bubble. I mean speech bubble in that picture, yo.
Gay? You should be like gay? Like
gay?
Okay. What did you say?
Yo, y'all are hilarious, man. All righty. So with that being said,
the Leos in this.
I think we
so just being the Leos in us.
You're hilarious. Shining like the sun. Yes.
That's actually that's pretty dope. Like that's really cool. That one's cool, bro. Like, hey, yo, that actually looks just like him. Hey, yo.
That's fly. Wild, that's really fly.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. That's really cool. Yo, he still got
it's official. Brother Corey's got to change his.
Hey, yo.
And the shades was a total accident too. That was crazy. I was just scrolling through the thing and it was a total accident. I didn't even try to like.
I didn't even look. Oh, you discovered them by accident, you're saying?
Yeah, I was trying to get the TV thing off because it just popped up. I don't know why the TV frame is on there, but whenever I call in, it's on there. I gotta take it off. And so as I'm scrolling through, I guess I hit the shade. And I'm like, all right, I'll roll with it. I know the bros wouldn't let me down. They wouldn't let me come amongst our people and look wow. I know both.
Yeah, hilarious.
I just love that.
Service announcement.
I'm about to. Is there any other comments though to y'all? I'm not gonna cut you off. No, ask because I'm ready to put some salad inside of a seaweed wrap. So
I'm ready to play my guitar. Yes.
You all ready? Charge. Brother Jack has a meeting with the time machine.
Yes.
I have a meeting with the kitchen.
Yes.
Benjamin said he's going to Zenith.
Yes. I got a meeting with my bed. Solo dolo.
I'm just getting my moon on and get some of this, soak up some of this soul.
Yes.
I feel like the appropriate sound to go out on this with Brother Benjamin's I Wish.
I was thinking of that.
And you gotta end it right before, like, you know what I mean?
No.
right before it drops. You gotta end it right before it drops.
with this. Hold up. Hold up. Y'all gonna make me do it. You're gonna make me do it. You're gonna make me do it.
Get the head.
All right. There we go. Hold up. Y'all gonna make me do it. Man.
Yo.
See? Y'all gonna make me do it, man. See? I'm about to do it.
Yeah. There we go.
Hold up.
That left is hard. The left
it ain't ready yet. All right, here we go. All right, we about to go out. We about to say namaste to you all. Islam. Peace and love.
Yeah.
Make sure, guys. Always make sure. Always make sure.
Yo, it's love, y'all. Peace and love.
Read a book.